Welcome back to Stream It. I'm going to just stop making jokes about how we've been gone for a long time because every week the distance gets bigger.
We're just sprinkling them in whenever we feel like it.
Yeah.
You guys just, keep you on your toes.
It's quality versus quantity.
Exactly.
Hopefully, at least. Hopefully people would agree. So we don't have Tom.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's a little strange. We got a new setup. We're all fancy, but there's no room on the screen for a third person.
He's gone. He won't be coming back. No, he'll be back in a couple weeks.
By the
Probably next one, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll give him a little shout out in a few minutes.
We'll power through.
Talk about what he's watching soon. But first, since we're kind of revamped, everything's a little new, I thought that instead of an opening question, I was feeling a little playful yesterday.
Oh, something new.
I made a short little game.
Oh boy, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I guess it's really just for Tam, since it's just you.
I'm in the hot seat. Here we go.
So it's 3 little trivia questions.
Oh,
Randomly that I
trivia to kick it off.
made up. There's no theme or anything. They're all completely different than each other.
All right. I'll give it my best shot.
All right. Which of these Marvel characters is real?
Okay.
Titanium Fist. Titanium Fist was first introduced in an early Iron Man comic in the 1990s.
A little backstory?
Yeah. Had to,
like 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, I had to make it a little complicated. He is a former cement mixer who got his hands stuck in cement, giving him an all-powerful fist that packs a punch.
Oh.
That's one. Lockjaw. He's a character from Marvel Comics, not in the movies, first appearing in Fantastic Four. He is an inhuman giant bulldog who can teleport. And the last one is Butterfly Girl. Butterfly Girl first appears as a young apprentice to Captain Marvel in the comics. She gains her powers by being bitten by a butterfly on a school field trip.
Wow.
So which one is real?
Is not real or is real?
Is real.
Oh,
Two of them
wow.
are fake.
Huh. I'm going to say Butterfly Girl is real.
Mm-mm.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Right.
Now it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, now it's 50-50.
The Titanium Fist is real.
Nope.
Lockjaw?
The bulldog is real.
That one seemed like the least realistic.
Right? It's a giant bulldog.
That can teleport? I was like, all right, now you're definitely making things up, Sarah.
I think he's like really famous too, because he's on a lot of the posters.
Lockjaw? What?
Yep.
Yeah, there's like a whole realm of Marvel that is like the underbelly that nobody really, I think, knows about.
Haven't even dived into.
Yeah, like the comics like that are just like buried way down deep with like these strange characters like Lockjaw.
In Fantastic Four too, so that's kind of like
a spin-off
in itself.
one,
Haven't really dove into that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nice.
Next up.
Oh, wow.
We got two more
questions. Fire it up.
Which of these Netflix shows is fake?
All right, which one is fake?
Slow TV, salmon fishing. Watching Norwegian salmon fishers try to catch fish for 7 hours. Next one, Sparks. It's a 3-minute long video showing the day in the life of a welder. Or Pack It Up, a 5-episode miniseries about the process of packaging and shipping Star Wars figurines. Which one is fake?
Sparks.
No.
Come on. The first one. No, I'm horrible at this. Thank God Tom's not here to roast me.
I feel like I was a little unfair. I chose really absurd ones and then made the fake
These
one
are
a
good
reasonable
questions,
one.
though. It's like a fun fact for the day for everyone.
Right? Okay, last one.
So wait, that one was fake?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Star Wars figurines is fake.
Oh, I should have known you with Star Wars. Yeah.
But it sounds reasonable. I was a little tricky.
You even said it, pack it up, like it was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, last one. Which of these 3 actors was almost Han Solo before Harrison Ford?
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum, Christopher Walken, or Bill Murray?
Which one was almost?
They almost got cast.
Christopher Walken.
Yes.
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 I did with the opposite this time. I picked the one that I wasn't gonna pick, and then just went with it.
Yeah. But I thought that was crazy. Imagine how different
crazy.
Star Wars
That
would
is
be.
the least likely one of those for me.
And at that point, he was already. I don't want to overestimate how old he is, but definitely older than Harrison Ford.
True. Yeah. That would have been quite the switch up for that role. Wow.
So good job. That was the game.
Maybe it was meant to be that Harrison Ford.
Oh, absolutely. So maybe we can try another game. Oh, it would be fun if when Tom comes back, if we each, every so often, came up with like little questions for each other.
Or, I mean, you did 3 questions. We could each come up with one each time and just have the other 2 people answer.
Yes.
But this was fun. I'm glad.
That'd be good.
That was good.
Couldn't think of a
You
question.
got me. You stumped me on 2 of 3.
Yeah, it's fun to just think of. I had fun with the Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Just completely made those 2 up.
He must be from England, yeah? Wales. Is that another country?
Yes and no.
How many countries are in this country?
All right. So, speaking of Tom, we reached out to him last night and said,
we wanted to
"What
get
have
him
you been
involved."
watching?"
Yeah.
Because we all know the best part about having a baby is watching TV at home.
That's all you get to do, yeah.
Not the baby.
Half asleep, you just are rocking a kid and watching something. So we reached out to him and just said, what have you been putting your time into? And this first one, I've been watching as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been dropping every Friday on Apple TV, Ted Lasso.
Oh, I didn't realize it was weekly. That makes more sense. I thought that.
Oh, yeah, that we would have already gotten
Yeah,
through it.
I thought you would have finished.
No, so that's coming out there's a, Apple TV's doing the HBO move and dropping those every, I think that Jason Momoa show, is the season 2 is dropping every Friday. They do like a Friday like show thing. So
I love
So yeah, Ted Lasso. I think more and more people that I've seen are like catching on to that, and like I've seen it in like different memes and stuff, and people talking about it, and it's just, as Tom said, I think when he first told me about it, he said, it's just a feel-good show. You just are happy at the end of each episode. It's got some good laughs. It's got some good characters. So also, when you're at home tired, rocking a child, I think it's like a little bit lighthearted. You can kind of like, be half asleep and still really enjoy it. So makes sense that he'd be watching that one.
Yeah.
So you haven't dabbled in the Ted Lasso yet?
No, but it's definitely
It's on your
like
list?
my next.
I have to say, before, like, it's been out for a while now, I guess, like a year or something since the first like season came out, and I was like, that sounds kind of dumb, like, but it's worth it. Like, it's like once you get into it, like, I don't know, it's just definitely worth it to watch. The premise doesn't really matter after you get started. You know what I mean? So.
And it's 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, easy to get through. Like, actually, they might get a little bit longer in season 2, but not like a full hour show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's always different when it's like a 45-minute show, but it's like a comedy.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as long
Right,
as like
right.
a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my next one.
Cool.
So then he also said, and I don't know if this is his first time watching this show, but I love this show, and it's such a good. It's like up there with like The Office, I feel like, and Parks and Rec for like people rewatch it a lot.
The like
So,
new age sitcom like
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
so I would guess that he probably has seen it before, and it's New Girl.
Yes. Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
She's funny.
And I love that show. I feel like that's another one that like, especially during the pandemic, like was like reborn. Like a new wave of like people were just either rewatching or just discovering New Girl.
So when New Girl first came out, I tuned in. I probably watched the first like 4 seasons, and then I don't know if did it take a break. Like, it kind of like died out, or I just maybe stopped watching it, and I haven't gotten back to it. But it was very funny from what I've seen. Like the whole idea of like the roommates living together and like the whole, I don't know. It's just wild. And they're hilarious.
Yeah. I think I watched it. I was in 9th grade when this show came out.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
we didn't even have Netflix. I watched it live on TV
Yep.
every week. like
I think that's what yeah.
like in the olden
Yeah.
days on Fox.
It's like the last show that you couldn't binge, like you had to watch on like network
yeah,
television.
and it was after Glee, so it was a great lineup.
Oh wow, back to back.
Yeah, Tuesday nights. So I watched the first 3 seasons, I think, through high school on live TV, and then I stopped after then.
Yeah.
And I think that they also went through one of those, like, it was canceled, but then saved, and then a different network picked it up.
Oh.
So it kind of bounced around for
And
a little
now
bit.
it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, all of them.
So yeah,
So-
maybe that was part of it.
Yeah. And I actually haven't finished it,
I haven't either.
but
Well, maybe I don't know. We'll have to see where Tom's at. Maybe he can
maybe he
shed
can
some
s-
light
yeah.
on what we're missing out on.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you that probably like the pandemic, people just like wanted to rewatch or tune back in or whatever it was, and then I mean that's a great one to just fire out or fire
Yeah.
through a ton of them.
Just have a
Like
laugh.
those are quick, lighthearted, funny, take your mind off of something. Good show. So also a good one when you're rocking a baby to sleep and not
Oh,
paying
yeah.
full attention.
Yeah, it's just mindless.
Yeah.
And then he also said that he's been watching a different Apple TV show that I haven't heard of until last night when he said it, and it's called Physical, and it has Rose Byrne, who is the woman from Bridesmaids, is how I know her
Yes.
best. Helen,
Yep.
if you don't know. And the description said it's a woman struggling in her life as a quietly tortured housewife, and she finds an unconventional path to power through an unlikely source, the world of aerobics. And it takes place in the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, aerobics was huge. Like 80s
The
and like
80s
early
thing.
90s was like crazy. I remember my mom used to do aerobics.
That's
like, Go to
awesome.
the classes. I think she used to teach the classes actually. She was wild.
That's so cool.
But yeah, that was like a whole thing, and it's kind of a funny, like, a cool thing to make a show out of. Like,
Yeah.
So, and Apple TV, I'll just say, has yet to let me down. The original movies that they've done, Palmer, and I just watched another one. I forget what it is.
A movie?
Yeah. Oh, they're about a girl. This is a little, it's not on the show sheet, but we're gonna add it in another show to talk about. A movie, Apple TV. It's about a girl whose entire family is deaf, and she is not. So she can like fully do sign language. It's actually set in like Gloucester, I think, Massachusetts, and they family owns like a fishing boat, and they go out every morning and like fish, and the dad and the brother like are kind of like the fishermen guys. She goes out too. She's but then she can like translate when they like go to sell the fish or like I don't know. It's just cool. And then she goes to school, and then the kicker is she's like a phenomenal singer. So she like joins like the chorus at school. Not to give away the whole movie, but basically like it's her trying to navigate like supporting her family and following her own dreams of like singing.
Wow.
And just so cool. I mean, it's a nice narrative too on like the disabilities and inclusion and all that stuff, and like but just that whole dynamic of her trying to figure that out is pretty neat. It makes me want to like learn sign language just as like
Yeah.
like you're at a party and you can just like from across the room like sign to someone. They're like, yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. Like,
Like A Quiet Place makes me want to, every time I watch that movie, I get so inspired to
Yeah.
learn sign language.
right? So I know I think that was cool. Sorry, I got on a little divergent
it's
there,
okay.
but Apple TV Plus has not let me down. I've been watching Ted Lasso, that movie, other movies. So I'm guessing this physical Rose Byrne show is probably pretty good.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think that before Apple TV came out, I think on this show, we were like, what is Apple TV?
Yeah, come on.
So stupid. Like, why is everyone making a streaming service? But they're killing it.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like again a little bit more down that HBO road where it's like not so many things, but really good quality things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even though there is a lot on HBO by now, but they're kind of like a younger HBO, but they're doing a good job. So
It's really big names.
yeah,
Every show they've done, I'm
yeah. And
amazed
now they're
who
on
they
like
get.
second seasons of stuff, like
Yeah.
the morning show and C and
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool.
So good job, Tom.
Yeah.
Good
I think
recommendations.
you've been having a fine amount of
Just been
time
having
off
fun.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
With those shows.
Okay.
All right.
So it's also the start of fall.
Yes.
I think in a couple days it's like the official first day of fall.
The fall equinox. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's probably.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into the fall vibes. Gotta watch your favorite fall movie, TV show.
I feel like everyone
So-
says fall is their like favorite time of year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's the weather. It's like still like 70 degrees out, but there's like a breeze, and fall fashion's better than like
Yeah.
because you can actually wear things and you're not like dying hot or freezing cold.
Yeah.
So with all the other good fall things is like I feel like there's like a fall vibe with shows and like TV things, right?
And I feel like it's when the vibe is definitely there, and also it's the biggest season for like shows coming back or starting.
Right.
It's like the TV boom is
Right.
like September.
Yeah. It's when things start to drop.
I'll have a Trenta no foam 5-shot half cap, no foam, pumpkin spice latte with no foam at 210 degrees.
Nice.
So I was thinking, what is our just go-to movies or TV shows for fall and or Halloween? Could be our
Right,
favorites
right.
or just,
I feel like I can
Gotcha.
be in that fall vibe mode without completely diving into the Halloween, although it like you start gearing up for it. So like for me, early fall is I'm a big football fan, so like I start getting into that vibe, and if I'm just sitting around and I want to watch something like easy, I'll throw on an old Friday Night Lights episode, like so great, it just hits you in that like fall back to school vibe with like I don't know, all the team camaraderie and like I don't know, you just can't get back to homecoming, like that whole
Yeah.
vibe of like school and I don't know, high school sports. So Friday Night Lights is always a go-to, just to like, because I've seen them all obviously, and that was a great series. I think you watched some of that.
most of
a
it,
couple
yeah.
a year or two ago, right?
Mhm.
Like not too.
Because
yeah.
of you guys.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, that's pretty good. And then I think I might have mentioned it on the show last time, but I've been watching, I saw it on one of the Netflix like top 10 a week or two ago, or a couple weeks ago. But the All American show, which has its, obviously it's a football component about a kid who was trying to get scholarships and whatever. But then it's the whole kid from a, less fortunate town, moves to other school for the opportunity, and then feels, guilty about the hometown, and then there's the gang violence, and there's, the Beverly Hills kids are struggling with addiction, and like it's got a little bit of everything going on in that show. It's a CW show, but it's on Netflix now. But it's, I don't know, it's got that football undertone, and it drives the show. And it hits you in that like fall vibe, high school sports, like back to school thing. So, so I've been liking that, and I recommend it. It's on Netflix, all 3 seasons. I think there's another one coming out.
Oh, wow. So it's like
yeah,
been out
it's
for
like
a
right
bit.
now kind of thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my start, and not to dominate this, but, and then I start getting into like maybe I'll watch like either the Halloween movies or like some of the other like more spooky shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I feel like I agree with you. And it is weird. I was thinking too, I don't have like specific examples for this type of show, but when I think of fall, I do think of like school. Like
yeah, it's
high
like
school,
a high school,
like back to school.
yeah, high school dramas or like
Yeah.
whatever. It's yeah,
But I feel like no matter how old I get, like September, like a cool breeze and a sweater will always be like this. All right, I'm going back to school.
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
first day of
summer's
school
over.
vibes. I think that like the whole like culture reflects that back
Yeah.
to school time. You know what I mean?
The stores
Like,
change, like
yeah.
the displays and everything.
Yeah, and even though like everyone's out of school, like it still are in that like same like vibe, and I don't know. It's just I think everyone can relate to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess this show is kind of like that, but it's college is Scream Queens.
That counts.
right.
College counts.
Yeah. I can't believe I've never talked about Scream Queens on this show.
I've never heard of this. Yeah.
It dawned on me that I've never mentioned it, and it's one of my favorite shows.
Oh wow.
It's a Ryan Murphy show.
Okay.
It was like probably 2015 to like 2017. It only has 2 seasons. The cast was like Emma Roberts, Jamie Lee Curtis, Billy Lord, who is Carrie Fisher's daughter, Abigail Breslin,
Oh yeah.
Keke Palmer. First season, Ariana Grande,
Wow.
Nick Jonas. There was a lot more than that too. It was like one of those
So
just
star-studded.
all yes.
Yeah.
And it was like it was a horror show. There's a serial killer on a college campus, and all of those girls are in a sorority.
Oh.
And there's like the mean girls, and then like the new pledges who are being tortured.
Right.
And there's a serial killer that seems to be targeting the sorority girls and the frat that's like associated with them. And it's spooky, but also very like satire, like dark comedy.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy kind of does that really well.
Right.
If you've seen American Horror Story, it's kind of like the Coven season with the witches.
Oh,
It kind of like is
yeah.
a nice little
I
balance.
liked that
of-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like Emma Roberts was in that, and then that led to her being.
You know what's funny is I feel like I remember Emma Roberts being in. I did watch that American Horror Story. I know she was in that, but then I like saw her somewhere else, and I was like, "Is this from American Horror Story? It must have been this show." You know what I mean? It was like
Oh.
a similar like vibe, and
It's
I was
really
like, "Is
similar.
this the same?" And then I like never, I don't know, never like put it together. So that makes sense now.
Yeah. And it's so good. I was obsessed with it when I went to college. But yeah, it takes place, the first season especially, takes place in the fall. And there's like a Halloween episode where like they're a really rich sorority. So they like
Yeah.
have the hedge scene from The Shining is like in their backyard.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's just like a silly, spooky fall Halloween.
I think that hits the vibe. Of,
Yeah.
Yeah. The back to school
Definitely.
fall is here vibe.
I have to shout out Stranger Things.
Oh,
Season
yeah.
2 specifically because it's Halloween.
Right. Even when it's not like just because it has that horror vibe, even like the 4th of July one that came out in the summer, it still
Mm-hmm.
had that like kids in high school drama fall vibe. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like I don't know, when 2022 is that when Stranger Things the next season's coming out?
Mm-hmm.
No matter when it actually comes out, I feel like it's gonna have that like back to school vibe for us. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
like fall. Yeah, Stranger Things is just locked in to that like
Yeah.
that spot, which is
It's
good.
like the wholesome little nerdy kids
Yeah,
that are,
yeah.
like surviving high school.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna jump to the last one because I feel like it kind of goes with what we were just talking
Sure.
about. Is there anything that you'll only watch in the fall?
Well, I wasn't sure what to talk about for this one, but the first thing that came to mind was I don't know, for some reason we feel like we always put this on around Halloween, but The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I know there's a big debate, is it a Christmas
my
movie?
God, yeah.
Is it a Halloween movie? For me, it's a Halloween movie because there's so many Christmas movies that I'm gonna rather watch at
Yeah.
Christmas time than Nightmare Before Christmas. So to me, it's a Halloween movie, and
I agree.
it's just like, yeah, it's got that, like, even though it's got the Christmas stuff in it, it's got that spooky fall
He leaves the
Halloween.
skeleton.
Yeah, exactly. Jack the Pumpkin King, like, come on. So we always put that on like right around the Halloween, and we'll watch that one night. And that one and Hocus Pocus is
That was
always.
one of mine.
Oh, sorry to take it,
Oh,
but
no, that's okay.
I'm
it's
sure
like the
that's,
most popular
yeah.
movie.
Everyone throws that on, especially as it's like getting into mid-October.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's one that, I mean, I love that movie and I like to watch it, but it's kind of one of those movies where it's like, I don't even necessarily want to watch it right now, but I have to put it on because it's like Halloween.
I feel like if you're like, you know, I don't know, just lounging around one night
Yeah.
and you just want to like, I don't know, put it on and do other things during, you know, whatever. It's just fun to have on at this time of year.
They're filming the second one in Salem right now
Wow.
as we speak.
When will it be done? Is that like a
I
next
don't know.
year
It
thing?
probably will be next year on Disney Plus.
Cool.
So stream it.
Yeah.
And I also put Halloween Town
Oh yeah.
from Disney Channel.
Those must be all on Disney Plus now, right?
Yep, they are.
The Cromwells, right?
Yep. From like, I think the first one was 1998.
Wow.
And they're just classic.
They are funny.
They really scared me as a kid. So I think that's why now I appreciate them.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch them when I was younger.
Yeah, those were good. That was a good run they had with those.
Yeah. Then they recast, and
Oh yeah.
if you're casting someone new, just stop.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
end it.
No.
All right. And then is there anything new that you're looking forward to watching this fall? I guess it doesn't have to be like fall related or
Yeah.
anything. But
So I mentioned that the season 4 of All Americans coming out. So if you've been following that, something to look forward to. I'm almost on the 3rd season, so I'll probably be ready for it when it does drop. And then the other one, I guess this could be horror sort of, but Dexter's coming back.
oh, that's right.
I think in either end of the month or in October.
October,
I think
yeah,
it's
I think.
October. So I mean, I watched all those seasons back in the day and loved them. So I'm curious to see what they come back with, and like it's a good premise, and like it'll be fun to get back into it.
Film locally too.
Yeah.
I have all these facts about. I remember, like, a couple of seasons ago on Stream It, you and Tom talked about scenes from Dexter for like 10 minutes
Oh
straight.
yeah. Makes
I
sense.
forgot that
Makes
you guys
sense.
were,
We probably
like,
went down a rabbit hole.
Big
with
fans. That's exciting.
Yeah. So that's a good one, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
How
So
about you?
they started, I guess it's like a new season of American Horror Story, but it's
Right.
technically a separate series because it's like each episode is completely different.
Oh,
And like the story wraps up at the end. And I haven't checked it out yet.
okay.
And I've heard mixed reviews, but I like anthology series.
Yeah.
I think that it's just fun to like not have to watch all of them. I can just pick the best one.
Sort of like a Black Mirror vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of like his big cast members from like the older
yeah.
seasons, so I want to check that out. There's one that started like 2 weeks ago on Hulu with Steve Martin and Selena Gomez and is it Martin Short? No, I might have gotten his name wrong, but it's a comedy but kind of drama. It's 3 people who are obsessed with true crime, and then someone in their apartment building gets murdered,
Oh boy.
and they take it upon themselves to try to solve it. And I think they also like run a podcast about true crime.
Oh god.
So it's
That's pretty funny.
yeah, I feel like you can kind of like guess what that show is gonna be like just from the description.
Oh, interesting.
And I got one more that I found today when I was looking up for this. It's called The Premise. It's coming to Hulu tomorrow.
Oh.
It's by BJ Novak from The Office. And it's described as like a funny Black Mirror. So it's an anthology series that like deals with social issues, it seems more. So like kind of like Black Mirror, but I think it also deals with like one episode is about like social injustice. Like it looks like one is about racism, one is about like social media, and like this girl whose like job is to be like one of those
Influencers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So stuff that Black
Interesting,
Mirror
yeah.
deals with, but funny.
Okay.
Which
Interesting. Yeah.
see how he pulls it off. I'm sure he will. He's like a really funny guy.
Yeah. He did a lot of wrote a lot of The Office.
Yeah.
Right? So like, definitely got talent there. Cool.
So a lot of stuff is coming out in the fall.
Well, I mean, we said fall's the time all these things drop.
The past has caught up with me.
We can start with Don't Look Up. The teaser trailer came out. We've been talking about that like all year, I feel like. And finally it's out. It's coming out December 10th in theaters and then Christmas Eve on Netflix.
You're here now. You are here now. You are here now.
breathing is stressing me out.
This will affect the entire planet.
I know, but it's like so stressful.
Can I get one more ice water?
I'll get 2 more glasses of white wine. And I don't need the judgy face. There's a comet headed directly towards Earth. Do you know how many the world is ending meetings we've had over the last 2 years?
Drought, famine, hole in the ozone is so boring.
Yeah, that one's been long awaited.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I do love the December 24th release on Netflix because Christmas like day or the day after, that's exactly what you want to do is see something you haven't seen before and like curl up on the couch and watch a movie. But yeah, what a crazy trailer. There's really like no information.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heavy breathing and then like like the world's gonna end, but we don't know why.
You don't. Yeah, like
Just don't look up.
unless you search the movie, you really have no idea what it's about.
So have you looked into this further?
I did.
I thought so. What
Do you want to know?
Yes, I do.
So Leo and Jennifer Lawrence are people from NASA, or they just know about space.
Scientists.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
scientists. And they discover that a comet is
Okay.
coming. I think it's a comet. Something's coming. And they're trying to warn everybody. And it's a comedy.
Right.
So, yeah, which is going to be
I
interesting.
feel like it's on the line though. Like it says, obviously Adam McKay's done Anchorman and Step Brothers, but it seems like a little bit more. What was the other? Didn't he just do? Or whatever. It's like that mix where it's not quite like completely Will Ferrell comedy, but like a drama slash.
It's a little bit of
comedy.
satire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the movie about the president? That one president?
I can't remember.
Vice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of that like mixed bag of it's a comedy, but it's satire, it's drama. So I think it looks good though.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
you can't go wrong with J-Law and Leo.
No, and then like the 15 other people
Yeah.
that are like number one in Hollywood.
I guess we're ready for our next
Yeah,
one.
I guess it's telling us to keep going. All right, next up is Hawkeye, which I've been waiting for a really
course.
long time.
Next Marvel drop.
Yeah, it comes out November 24th with 8 episodes on Disney+.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
When I wore this suit, I made a whole lot of enemies.
You're a Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling.
Things have gotten more complicated.
Most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy shit! There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
It's just some Christmas.
So Marvel is tackling Christmas.
Yeah, seriously. Marvel does Christmas with Hawkeye and your girl
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. That was unexpected.
Right?
I like did not expect to see her. But it looks like she's kind of like funny. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like
Yeah.
like good. But she brings like a lighthearted little humor to it, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know much. We've talked about how we don't really know anything about the comics.
Yeah.
She's a big character in Hawkeye's story. So she's like kind of his like next. He's passing down his skills to her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I think she does like the goofy sidekick really well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But a lot of people have
The
been
little-
like, this is like Die Hard.
Yeah. The little one-liners too, where she's like, that arrow, blah, blah, or
Yeah,
whatever. Or
There's
like,
more that are dangerous than that.
so yeah, that looked good. That's Marvel's got the snow flurrying around their logo and like
Yeah, the most wonderful
Full-
time
yeah.
of the year.
full Christmas send for Marvel on this one.
I showed my mom this trailer and she goes, "Oh, I like the song." And I was like, "The most famous Christmas song in the world. That's your takeaway from the trailer." Oh
That's
man.
funny.
So that's kind of like a fall looking forward to. November.
Yeah. No, those look good.
Right around Thanksgiving. Lastly, we have King Richard, which I did not know about this movie until you recommended we talk about it. It's coming to HBO Max on November 19th and theaters, and it's about Venus and Serena Williams and their father, who's played by Will Smith.
Pretty cool.
What's going on? Everybody okay?
They got a call, said there was trouble in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You all need to look around.
It's a little wet for practice, don't you think? Don't the girls have schoolwork to do?
They do their homework. Tundi's first in her class. Lynn and Isha are too.
Now, I don't even mind you saying we hard on these kids. You know why? Because we are. That's our job, to keep them off these streets. You want to check on the kids? Let's check on the kids. We got future doctors and lawyers, plus a couple tennis stars in this house.
The chances of achieving the kind of success that you're talking about is just very, very unlikely.
Okay, you making a mistake, but I'm gonna let you make it. Watch him hit a few balls. All right. So tell me your names again.
I'm Venus. I'm Serena.
So what'd you think? I wrote me a 78-page plan for their whole career before they was even born.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
These girls so great, how come I've never heard them?
They're from Compton.
It's okay. They're just not used to seeing good-looking peoples like us.
She's nervous. Take a step up.
Maybe she ought to take a few more steps up. Just get someplace safe.
I think you might just have the next Michael Jordan. Oh, no, brother man. I got me the next, too. This next step you about to take, you're not gonna just be representing you. You're gonna be representing every little black girl on earth.
I'm not gonna let you down.
How could you? This world ain't never had no respect for Richard Williams, but they gonna respect y'all. You gonna walk out there with your head up. You are a champion, and the whole world know it. The most dangerous creature on this whole earth. It's a woman who know how to think.
Yes, Daddy.
Ain't nothing she can't do. You gonna show them how dangerous you are? Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world. Venus Williams, who is your best friend?
Hey, Daddy.
Serena Williams, who is your best friend?
Venus. Then you.
That's
Then you. After
unbelievable.
Venus.
Wow.
Oh,
I have chills.
right? You haven't seen that.
No.
That's good, right?
That looks really good.
Yeah. I feel like we haven't had a good biography.
Yeah.
Like one of those movies in a while. And wow. I mean, plus what a great story. Like two of the best athletes like ever.
Yep.
And they're sisters and like they come from Compton. Like what is that story? I want to hear it. You know what I mean? And like the dad, like at first you're like, is he like a good dad? Like you kind of pushing him too hard, and then
Yeah.
like maybe there is some of that, but then like he's also like joking around with them and like being a good dad. So I'm like all in. I think it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so.
And Will Smith, like, so good.
Yeah, and I feel like he hasn't had a big role in a while.
Yeah.
Like one that this is HBO Max.
Right.
And
right,
he's
right.
playing
Venus.
Venus.
Serena's dad.
I assume his name is Richard.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a sucker for like the inspiring like sports.
Yeah.
Well, especially when it's like a real person.
Right. I mean, it's a great story. Like, two black women becoming some of the best athletes in the world. Like, just so good. I can't wait to see it.
It's a great trailer.
A great trailer. Looks like funny. I like the like they're playing tennis with the like other folks there and like dominating. Like, why don't you take a couple more steps in? Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of like smug attitude because they're good. It's also funny when like you kind of know the outcome, right? Like Serena and Venus go on to be unbelievable, but like they're just kids and starting out, and you're like, I don't know, you'd like to see what that journey was or is, and like learn about it, So it's kind of cool, and you see the haters and the people that don't believe in them, and
especially
the kind of
since they're
success
kids.
you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. So you kind of see like the whole, the ending, but the trajectory and like the journey is where you're at.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're two people that I don't really watch tennis.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that like a lot of people who know of them like don't. They're just two of those athletes that it's like who they are, and you know that they're the best,
Right.
and like you idolize them even if you barely know anything about them, just because they're that type of women. Like,
Even if you're not like a tennis fan, you gotta like respect the game that they like have dominated for so long and like are just unbelievable.
I've tried to play tennis.
It's hard.
It's not easy. So that's November 19th. That's on HBO and in theaters.
Yeah, that's like a like after you eat Thanksgiving dinner, you can like
family. That's like you can watch it with the whole family.
Yeah, like or like on Black Friday, like just chilling at home. Throw that on. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that this is probably one of the last that's gonna be put on a streaming service. I would think.
Yeah.
They'll probably start phasing that out, so it's nice that we're getting it.
It's true.
For free if you have HBO.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Wow, that was a good little slate there of looking ahead.
I didn't realize that we had so many things that we were looking forward to that tied into the fall vibes.
Yeah, this just kind of all came together pretty good.
Yeah, so hopefully, probably by the next time we do our next episode, Tom will be back.
Probably. I don't know, we might hit a little stride here, but
I know, maybe.
We got this nice setup. But,
yeah.
Well, we'll get to that graphic back.
Yeah, it'll be back. So we'll see you hopefully soon on the next Stream It.